If you listen to the media, the Los Angeles Chargers are better than the Las Vegas Raiders. They're Super Bowl contenders because they have J.C. Jackson and Khalil Mack now. Forget about the Raiders beating them in the biggest regular season game in the NFL in Week 18 last year and having the best offseason in the NFL. They're calling quarterback Justin Herbert the big equalizer that's supposed to be so much better in year 3. Herbert has been as good as he's been because he was drafted to a ready-made team that just needed a quarterback to be competitive. But don't look for him to be that much better. Usually, franchise quarterbacks get drafted to bad teams that don't have much around them on offense. But Herbert had a great cast all along, so he's not going to get that much better. Dan Marino set records with over 5,000 yards passing and 50 touchdowns in just the second year, and how much better did he get? The Raiders have actually been the team that has improved the most in game-war advantages in their matchup. In the first game, the Chargers killed the Raiders with Austin Eckler in the running game. He had 117 yards on 15 carries and this touchdown. Charger receivers were quiet that night. The passes went to tight ends and running backs. Denzel Perryman will be Denzel Perryman, but he had help in the second game. The minute Divine Diablo was put in the starting lineup over Corey Littleton, the run defense changed. He also did a good job of covering Charger running backs. Jared Cook, remember him, was among the tight ends that killed the Raiders in that first game with 70 yards and a touchdown. Cook did his damage in the second game too. He didn't score, but he had 80 yards receiving. And he was money on 3rd and 4th down. Y'all remember all those 4th downs, don't you? Then eventually the Raiders adjusted and put Roderick Teamer on him and had some success. This is a bogus pass interference call, by the way. He's going to D him up here, and thank goodness there was no call on this one. They mixed it up on him too. Sometimes they put Nate that natural Hobbs on him. I think defensive coordinator Patrick Graham's going to use him as a chess piece and put him on tight ends at times. In that second game, Charger receiver Mike Williams killed the Raiders. He was part of the 4th down assault and had 119 yards and 1 touchdown. And of course, there was this big play on 4th down that kept the Chargers in the game. In 2019, when Mullen was a rookie, Williams welcomed his former Clemson teammate to the NFL with this big play here. Then Mullen settled in and made it tough on him from that point forward. At times, Mullen made it hard for Williams to even get off the line of scrimmage. Mullen's absence in that second game was a big part of why Williams went off. Williams averages only 44 yards a game when Mullen plays. Say what you want about edge rusher Khalil Mack not being the same player he was when he was a Raider. All I know is he's disruptive, and I'm concerned about him going against whoever our right tackle is, especially if it's Brandon Parker. You just never know. He can always turn back the clock when he's rushing over Parker. Neither Parker nor Alex Leatherwood can block him, so one or both need to improve so Mack doesn't kill the Raiders. Bosa got the Raiders in the first game, rushing over Alex Leatherwood. And he got him again in the second game, rushing over Parker. Ain't nothing going on but the run on Colton Miller's side, so I'm very concerned for when Bosa and Mack are lined up on the offensive right side. But the Chargers also have to be concerned with Max Crosby on the offensive right side. Young stud left tackle Rashawn Slater is going to have his hands full with Chandler Jones, but Max Crosby versus Storm Norton is going to be hazardous to Herbert's health. That was the second sack of the night, by the way. And when Crosby got pressures that night, he got real pressures. He didn't just happen to be running up on the quarterback as he was completing a pass. He was affecting the throw and forcing incompletions. He was a menace as Herbert. Here he's going to force that INT. Now to the Raider offense, where the Chargers are going to have to deal with the running game. Jacobs had 132 yards on 26 carries and this touchdown on the night. What I like most is when needed in the second half, he answered the bell. They had a hard time getting him on the ground, so I guess out of bounds will do here. Watch the vision and patience here. Jacobs literally ran the Raiders into the playoffs at the tail end of that game. The Chargers have had problems with the slot machine, Hunter Renfrow, since he came into the league in 2019. It started as converting on 3rd and Renfrow in week 10 of that season. Then in week 16 that year, it turned into big plays running after the catch. Then in 2020, he decided he wanted to be a part of the vertical game with this quadruple move. Then in 2021, he started making up routes. I think this is a triple move here. And he became a red zone threat. Now, I'm not going to mention all the things Darren Waller did to the Chargers in the past because Derwin James wasn't playing. But Charger fans got too excited when James picked off this pass intended for Waller. It made them think he's a shutdown strong safety that can shut Waller down. But let's look closer. Look the separation Waller gets on James here in the first game. Here we go again with separation in the second game. Sorry Charger fans, Waller can beat corners with route running. On this one, if you'd have caught it clean, he could have turned it up for big yardage. On this one, he's going to have James to beat for a touchdown, but the throw wasn't there. So I don't want to hear all that mess about he can cover Waller, because he can't. Now, if you make a mistake his way, especially throw it right to him, J.C. Jackson is going to catch it. Hence, he has all those interceptions. But he only had one real receiver in the AFC East all those years, and that's Stephon Diggs. And Diggs abused him. Watch the release on him here. If you have a good release and you're a good route runner, you'll own Jackson. He cannot handle good route runners. He measured 5'9" and 3/4 at the combine, not 6'1", and he only has a 35.5-inch vertical leap, so he's not going to stop the fade. Watch Diggs just run by him on this one. My point to all this is if Diggs can do all this to him, what can Davante Adams, a better route runner with a better release, do to him? He abuses all the top corners. This is Chidobe Awuzie here. He's the 14th ranked corner in the NFL. Here, he's going to catch the fade on Kendall Fuller, the 3rd ranked corner in the NFL. This is Pro Bowler Denzel Ward, ranked number 11. This is Marshawn Lattimore, number 10. And this is Darius Slay, number 4, back in 2020. He has no problems with top corners. Cook is one matchup on the Chargers offense I'm a little concerned about. And when it comes to their defense, it's whoever's lined up over the right tackle. But their offense has to worry about Crosby too. And the Chargers need to be concerned about the Raiders' running game and the Charger killing slot machine. And of course there's that freak athlete tight end. Then there's a new weapon J.C. Jackson can do nothing about. I like the Raiders' chances. Thank you for watching. See you next time.